not to simply roll over against the Gunners. This is a rivalry that dates back 100 years, but these two teams have only met twice in the last 16 years. Very first minute at the Hawthorns, Danny Odicchio with the long-range shot that David Seaman has to punch over the net. West Brom definitely with the spring in their step to start this game. Third minute from the corner. It's Danny Odicchio who will get his head on it, and it is 1-0 for Albion. The ball from Jason Kumos right on target as Odicchio outjumps Gilberto Silva for the ball. It may be the time of year for goodwill towards men, but Saul Campbell showing none of that to Jason Roberts. But referee Pohl was in a forgiving mood. But the book would come out when Odicchio hits Martin Keon in the back. Odicchio earning a warning for the offense. First half would end with West Brom ahead, and Arsene Wenger not very happy with his team's performance. And it was a different Gunners squad that came out in the second half. Henry with the backheel pass and only good keeping by Russell Holt kept Van Bronckhorst from tying the score. But the equalizer, it came moments later.
Danger here, it's coming in, it's Shepard! At full level. We had a goal in the first 3 minutes of the first half. We've had a goal at the same end of the field, but for the opposition in the early minutes of the second. And only the second goal of the season for Francis Jeffers, justifying his selection. Albion 1, Arsenal 1, game on.
By being level with Albion, Wenger still with a look of concern. Roberts trying to put West Brom back in front, but Campbell with a very clean tackle right here. 57th minute, Kuzman with another spot-on free kick, but Sigurdsson misses the target with the header. And then Francis Jeffers with a chance for a second goal, but Gregan with the good defensive play. 79th minute, Arsenal on the attack. Pires to Henry, and one of the best finishers in the Premiership. The ball with the left foot, and it wasn't even close. But Henry wouldn't miss. 5 minutes later, Adam Chambers has his clearing attempt blocked by Will Tord, and Henry will simply do the rest, gets around Holt, and scores. That goal coming in the 85th minute, and Henry blowing kisses to the Arsenal fans as West Brom's hopes of a major upset blow up in their faces. In 106 meetings, Arsenal 51 wins and 25 draws. They win it today.
In mid-December, Manchester United were chowing down on the rest of the Premiership. The gang at Old Trafford rattled off 4 straight wins before they were stopped in their tracks by the Blackburn Rovers last Sunday. United were at Riverside Stadium to face Middlesbrough in a game and a match that was seen right here on Fox Sports World. Middlesbrough were looking for their first win in 4. Roy Keane also making his first start for United since August the 31st, returning from injury and, of course, from suspension. 8th minute, ball falls for Paul Scholes. He'll tee it up from close range, but the play was whistled down. Referee Graham Barber catching the English international with controlling the ball with his arm. He still got the shot away, and it was a bit high and wide. Bex and Rio looking on from the substitutes bench. 36th minute, they would see John O'Shea down the left side. He'll cut in. Giggs cuts across. O'Shea stopped by Mark Schwarzer. Boro had their first good chance. It's Jonathan Greening with the through ball for Alan Boksic after they stripped the ball. Boksic moves in, but is stopped by Barthez at close range. Scoreline remained at 0. As Barthez stood firm. 5 minutes later, Frank Kudrew to Boksic. This time it's a chip. 1-0 Middlesbrough after 44. It's a sign of a good striker as he changes the move on Barthez. Nice through pass and nice finish. It was 1-0 at the half. Second half, and just after the restart, Szilard Nemeth would fight off O'Shea. 2-0 Middlesbrough as Nemeth goes short side. Boro with the 2-0 lead. And after this, Sir Alex Ferguson had seen enough, and he told Beckham to start getting warmed up. 57th minute, Scholes in the area. His cross would go off of Mark Wilson. United were calling for the handball, but play continued. Was it a handball? Sure looked like it there. Was it intentional? That I don't know. Referee Barber chose to ignore that handball. 60th minute, United would pull one back. It's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to Ryan Giggs.
Solskjaer, it's a brilliant ball.
2-1 this time, beating Schwarzer. Solskjaer's pass did take a deflection on the way in. United were charging back. 7 minutes later, Juan Sebastian Brom puts a ball into the area. Ruud van Nistelrooy goes down. But referee Barber chose to ignore this one as well. Yet another look. Frank Kudru with contact, but was it enough or was it a dive? Van Nistelrooy was not happy at all. 72nd minute, in came Bex for Gary Neville, and the English captain was called into service for a free kick in the 78th. Off the wall and wide. Rio Ferdinand came in for O'Shea in the 83rd. This is the 85th. Massimo Macaroni heads it down for Joseph Desiree Job. He'll make it 3-1 Middlesbrough. Good vision by Macaroni as Boro win their first and 4. United have now lost 2. They lost to Blackburn and now 3-1 to Middlesbrough.
Well, West Ham manager Glenn Roeder vowing that the Hammers will avoid relegation, but no team has ever avoided being sent down when sitting at the bottom of the table at Christmas. And to begin making good on Roeder's promise, a home win would be a start. They haven't come away with 3 points from their first 10 games at Upton Park this season. It was West Ham and Fulham. West Ham with some great chances in the first half, but Fulham keeper Taylor turning away Jermaine Defoe and then Michael Carrick. Now late in the opening half, from 22 yards out, it is Defoe with the free kick. This time the ball is off the post. 4 minutes after the restart, and it's Fulham that opened the scoring. Steve Marley, Steve Finnan combined to set up Facundo Sava for the goal as he was left unguarded in front of David James.
It's the masked man, Facundo Sava.
Finnan's pass getting by 2 defenders as West Ham fall behind, as they've done all too often for their manager, Glenn Roeder. 64th minute, West Ham get a break from the corner. Fulham's Sylvain Legwinski will be called for a handball right there. And besides picking up a yellow, it is a penalty kick for West Ham. Trevor Sinclair taking the spot kick. He was spot on, beating Taylor. Now Taylor would guess right, but Sinclair just putting the ball out of his reach. Another inch or two, he may have stopped this one. But just 3.5 minutes after that, only the outstretched hand of James saves a goal from Marley. James was able to direct the ball onto the post. It is a game of inches sometimes, and James definitely saving the day for West Ham at this point. Seconds later, Marley gets another chance to score, but this time the shot is wide. 85th minute, Don Hutchison with the chance, but it just doesn't get enough of the head on the ball, and Taylor with time to recover to make the save. Added time, and Thomas Repka does protest too much and talks himself right out of the game. Referee Dermot Gallagher had heard enough, but Fulham unable to take advantage of the extra man. This one would end in a 1-1 draw. So in other games in the Premiership this
Christmas. Charlton were undefeated in 6 and 2-0 up just after half-time. Ewell again to give him 5 in 5. A rocket from Keane launched a Tottenham revival. And super sub Stefan Everson squared it 3 minutes from time.
Everyone pitched in as Chelsea tried to go top, but the Blues got bogged down. The resolution gets some new grass.
Just after half-time, Fulham in full flow, and it seems they got a bargain with their super Sava. The Hammers nailed the point with Sinclair's spot kick, but they still can't win at home.
Deadly Danny Dichio got his second in 2 starts to give the champions an early shock. But a first league goal of the season for Francis Jeffers got the Gunners in the groove. And with 5 minutes left, twinkle-toed Thierry Henry ensured West Brom could kiss the points goodbye.
Not a good day to be late at the Reebok. JJ Kocher, gotcha, 5 minutes gone. 3 minutes later, cue Newcastle's biggest star in stripes, Alan Shearer. Bolton were back in front a minute later as Gardner planted one in the top corner. And Ricketts was on a roll, 2 in 2 for the soaring striker. The Toon were in tatters. Ricketts second, Bolton's fourth. The points were surely safe. Aniobi's fifth of the season set up a tense 20-minute finale. 4-2 now. And a screamer from Shearer completed the festive feast. But a 4-3 defeat was hard to digest.
Always good to have a pair of skis handy in the winter. Doing the slalom for Everton, Thomas Radzinski. And seconds later, with the aerials for Birmingham, Jovan Kirovski.
With only 2 points from 21, Risa gave Liverpool a lift. But Rovers were rescued with a stunning goal from Cole.
A match winner against Liverpool. Michael Proctor was on target again against Leeds. History was made as 16-year-old James Milner became the Premiership's youngest ever scorer. And Robbie Fowler from the spot meant Leeds had made it 7 points out of 9.
Good news for the Blues as the fine form of Foe continued. 4 in 4 now for the man from the Cameroon. Now here's a rarity, an away goal by Villa. Dublin with just their third in 10 matches. On came Bernabia and City were transformed. To many at Main Road, Ali is the greatest. Then he played one of the passes of the season. And Foe tucked away City's third.
A dent for United as Boro's first was buried by Boksic. The other side of half-time, Nemeth knocked in number 2. Cometh the hour, cometh Ryan Giggs. But a late goal from Job left United 7 points adrift of Arsenal.